Hey guys, it's Viewmasters Reactions, and we're back with Mighty Nein Time, episode 98, Dark Waters. We just got done with the Patreon hour, which was actually like 5 minutes short of an hour because we watched to the break. The way I'm going to do it, because this will be a 3.5 hour live stream without us talking before and after, and I'm assuming because we've been consistently hitting the 30 minutes of extra time with the 50 likes, it could be as high as like 4.5 hours next week as well. So, being as we didn't have a YouTube video last week, I was like, we can't go 2 weeks without a YouTube video, especially with massive live streams happening. So let's jump 30 minutes into this episode. I'm going to go around that mark. That will leave us with 2 hours and 38 minutes. So depending on where the break's at, I'm willing to go as deep in as 38 minutes. Either way, we're doing a YouTube video. Last we saw, we set sail. Now, Matt just gave us a recap of the whole thing. I'm going to say it real quick, but I have questions because I rewatched it twice in case I missed. And Matt said we're going to be journeying 9 to 11 days. Now, does he mean round trip? I specifically listened to his wording, and he said we're going to set sail for 9 or 11 days. That could mean one way, or that could mean round trip. Either way, that's going to cut close to TravelerCon. Say it's round trip. I think TravelerCon is in 4 weeks from where we're at now, give or take roughly 4 weeks. If it is round or one way, that means we're barely going to get back in time for TravelerCon, but I know TravelerCon, if I'm not mistaken, is episode 100, which would make sense. And we know we don't miss it because I feel like it is an epic thing that is going to happen in the show. So even if it's one way, which I feel like it might be, we still will have a turnaround of around 3.5 weeks, but that is really cutting it close. So I'm guessing that the next episode is going to maybe be us getting back and getting organized and getting to TravelerCon. But either way, I'm getting ahead of myself. The last we saw, we set sail. I also misunderstood at the end of the last episode, unless Matt said it wrong, but I'm assuming I heard it wrong. I thought he was saying Orly, Marius, and Galen were going to stay behind. They're the only ones that came along. We got a fourth member of the crew, a woman named Sheila or Shielda. But either way, we got a new crew member and we got our 3 buddies that we've had the whole time, and we set sail. Let's just jump in. We'll talk more at the end. You guys want to see more of what I do? In the description of every video is a link for Patreon. You'll see the Patreon hour exclusive of every episode of Campaign 2, Peaky Blinders, Doctor Who, Person of Interest. We're doing Percy Jackson right now. We're going to start True Detective Season 4. We have other things approaching. We're probably going to do Yellowstone. Hundreds of movies and shows, all full unedited. Link in the description for Patreon. If not, Campaign 2, episode 98, Mighty Nein Time.
Half-elf, kind of young punk-looking kid.
The description of Shielda.
No more than 19 or so.
I stopped it right there. I totally forgot.
Probably came from a relatively impoverished upbringing.
19.
And is definitely in shades of young Beauregard, looking to prove themselves.
Shades of young Beauregard.
Out at sea.
All right.
How old is
I
Shelda?
dig it.
Shelda, you're not
Oh,
sure.
Shelda.
But looks to be like late teens, early 20s.
No eye.
I go up to her.
Okay, you see her with like her jet black hair itself that's kind of short in the back and this like big long kind of curled mess in the front that like covers part of the face a bit as it kind of plumes forward.
I dig it.
That's cool.
Looks at you with the one immediately visible eye, the other one kind of obscured between the rest of the hair in front, and goes, "Can I help you?"
Sup?
Sup?
How you doing?
Doing all right?
You like working with these people?
I've only been with them for a few weeks. They hired me while we were waiting.
This guy's giving you a hard time?
Not yet. Why? Should they?
I was just checking. I mean,
Getting to
I
know
kind of
our
wouldn't
crew.
care either way. So,
All right, Bo.
It's your ship, right?
yeah.
I kind of
Well,
wouldn't have cared
my-
either way,
my
but I'm
crew's
asking.
Mighty Nein. I'm technically the first mate.
Well, first mate,
Yeah.
it's a pleasure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool, just wanted to make my acquaintance. And I walk away.
Okay.
Want to make
My acquaintance.
Yep.
I wanted to
Yeah.
make my acquaintance. I don't care either way. It's like, all right, then why'd you come over here and ask me if you didn't care?
Yeah. Do you know what TikTok
Bo's
is?
trying to act cool, but Bo kind of looks silly there. I think Shelda. I think Shelda.
And so,
is
Oh.
pretty badass.
I got you something.
What?
I picked up something in
The
town.
fan?
I've been waiting for the
Is he gonna give her the fan?
Hambo, the fan.
Give Bo the fan.
Now, do you know what this is?
I have an idea. It's a fan.
It is a fan.
Yeah.
So, can only use it. Try to use it only once a day.
Okay.
Be you know,
Try to only use it
be
once.
careful with it. Now, just hold it and
Just fan yourself.
I wouldn't fan. Well,
Oh my god, that'd be the funniest joke. Let her fan herself. Do it. You shouldn't have stopped her.
Finish her.
Let her fan
clack
herself.
it.
That would have been great. I would
see
have
that?
loved it.
See
She
that,
blows
see that,
herself into
seagull
like the
right
wall.
over there.
Oh, that's mean,
You don't even know what it
Caduceus.
does. It's
I
not
don't even know what it does. It'll recover.
You just see a spray of feathers as it kind of like
I'm surprised
into the
Caduceus.
Would
water.
it do that much?
Huh?
It's gust of wind.
Gust of wind is, I believe,
just killed
a
bird.
second level spell.
Oh no.
Caduceus just had her kill a bird. That's what I was
The
thinking.
line
We
of strong
saw it
wind, 60
throw a
feet long and 10
barrel.
feet wide, blasts from you in a direction
We
you
saw
choose
it
for the spell's
throw a
duration for 1
barrel.
minute.
You
So
know
right
how
now it's like,
hard it is to throw a barrel?
It's just going.
Oh God.
Put it up to the sails.
Wow. You know what?
I know.
Yeah, I think that was very
Creature in the line has to
dangerous of
succeed on a saving throw,
Caduceus.
be pushed 15 feet away from you.
Especially
every
with his
round.
love for animals and nature.
It disperses gas or
It's
vapor,
hilarious.
extinguishes candles, torches, similar unaffected flames in the area. It doesn't do any real like damage,
Right.
but to a creature that is made mostly of feathers, it didn't kill it.
Oh,
But
I thought it
you see
killed
it
it.
splash in the water, and it's still like in the water.
Oh,
like-
okay. I thought it killed it.
Caduceus, can you help it?
We definitely messed it
hold
up.
on.
We definitely ruined its day. Let's say that. We ruined its day.
Does not like animals.
Oh,
I
this
thought
is
it
pretty
killed
cool,
it. When Matt
though.
said it dropped, didn't you guys think the same thing? Matt
into the
goes, it
sails.
drops
Do
into
it
the
again.
water. If a
as a
bird
bonus action, you can
falls
change the
from the
direction
sky
of
and
it.
drops in the
can?
water,
Oh.
So
I'm
you
thinking that thing
turn-
is dead.
It's like once you do it, it just creates it for concentration in a minute in that direction. Then as a bonus action, each turn you can shift the
Yeah,
direction
I
of
take
it.
the fan and I kind of like just use it to guide the stream.
Okay.
Don't cross the streams.
Picks up even heavier, and for the next minute that it lasts, there's a little bit of a burst of speed to it, I guess you could say. Though from a physics standpoint,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, sure.
I will keep.
Yeah.
I have to keep.
Only because of them.
Yeah, would it be stationary or would it be relative to the boat location?
I would say it's relative to the boat location.
Okay.
Yeah, try it. It can be used more than once, but try to only use it once a day because it'll fall apart. It's
Yeah,
very
it's
delicate.
pretty rickety.
I did cast a healing spell on that poor bird.
Okay.
We have healed the bird.
Man, that was more than I actually
Feathers peer from outside of its.
expected. Sorry, that was really unintentional.
I believe it was
No,
unintentional. I don't think
wow,
Caduceus
really?
did it knowingly.
Rude.
But a barrel got thrown from like 40 feet away, 40 yards away.
For this?
I used to move barrels, like not all the
awesome.
time, but there were jobs we do where people would
really
have
pretty cool.
these
I feel
giant
like it
oak
really
barrels because
completes
they'd
the
have
whole
vineyards
ensemble.
or something like that, or decorative.
Staff too.
Yeah.
They're insanely heavy,
good.
Well,
and
let's
to
start
throw
too.
it. You're killing something tiny.
Now
Something tiny.
smoke it pipe as well.
Orly!
Actually,
Could you hold a pipe up to me?
I'm gonna draw it.
Hold a pipe up to
Stomps
me.
off.
Ooh, and I put my leg up on a cask.
Comes
Just
back.
like Captain
Captain
Morgan.
Morgan.
Comes back 5
Got a
minutes
little
later
captain
with a
in
little
you.
tobacco box and kind of like sets it up, opens it.
We still gotta
takes some
open
tobacco and
Caduceus'
puts it in this
chest.
long wooden pipe with like this
Okay.
this,
I
this
wanna know what's
thin
in that
stem at the
box.
end.
Yeah, arms are hurting.
Stay like that for like 30 minutes. I want to get this really detailed.
Commemorate the moment.
actually,
That's pretty funny.
Test Tooth is calling us.
Caleb.
Come on, hold on,
No.
Captain.
What are you doing?
She's made your
That's
portrait.
a really important
don't
She's doing my
An example to the crew in my absence. What is this?
An example.
This is a glowing example. Look at this is dope.
Glowing.
I cast dancing lights around
This is a
Beauregard.
glowing example.
I have that to the drawing.
I add that to the drawing.
Beth, Caleb, I picked this up in town too. Maybe between the two of you, you can figure out.
What is it?
I mean,
It's-
not for
I don't
nothing.
know,
We
it's a
have
locked
9
box.
to 11 days.
Trap?
I'm
I
sure
don't know.
we
I
could
don't
goof
know why I
around a
open
bit.
these or
A lot
die.
of it is just kind of
Check for traps.
coasting, right?
Okay.
I mean,
Checking
there's
for
things to
traps.
do,
Investigation check.
obviously, but
D4.
Keep
I don't think
holding
goofing around for a couple of minutes or an hour, 30 minutes. We needed 30 minutes.
Investigation.
Yes.
25.
Come on,
25.
Tusktooth, don't
It
be
is
so
not.
hard on us.
It's good.
Just set it on the ground for a moment.
I drop it.
Straight through.
Distant shot of the ship. Just a whole Akira shot.
I will spend
God,
10
the
minutes and
Akira
ritually
shot.
cast Detect Magic on it.
Okay. So you guys wait patiently while you're finishing your artwork.
Right?
Yeah.
That was
Slowly
great.
starts playing his bagpipes.
Keep your arms up.
Knock on. Just kind of keeping the whole
Keep your
ensemble
arms
We're
up.
a
going.
tight ship here,
love
Tusktooth.
I love the attention
Painting.
to detail.
Very rusty. How are we
staying
doing
in
with the rest of
character.
the armada? Are we actually like speeding up?
Well, for that brief instant, you sped up a little bit, but your keep.
Actually, I thought.
Yeah, I don't think it would.
Your instinct was right.
Yeah, it
Marisha
wouldn't be
just
much of a
totally
difference.
Yeah. How do we do? How does our
pulled
ship
out her
do
inner Bill and
minus
Ted.
the fan with the rest
Her
of the
whole,
armada?
she's like,
half,
yeah,
like
that's
kind of average.
dope.
Or?
Like they
About
literally
average.
looked like
I mean,
Keanu Reeves.
the slowest
She was
ship,
Keanu Reevesing the whole
It's just a standard sailing ship, which can go about 48 miles in a day. So that's kind of the pace everyone's kind of
and
moving
yeah,
together.
it goes at the speed of its slowest ship,
But
48 miles.
the slower ships can go
a day.
The ones that are heavier can go even slower there. So you're moving about, I'd say, 30 to 35
30,
miles
yeah,
a day.
because he said
Is that
we
also
only
a lot
can
of
keeping up
move
with itself.
Blue Heaven sort of out
as
towards
fast
the
as our
peak or in the
slowest ship. We
middle,
can't
or
leave our
bring it
slowest
Blue
ship.
Heaven's in the center of it.
Trailing.
And a few
So
ships
even if we could go
adjacent to
twice
it
as
is
fast, we gotta-
the winds
gotta
of the wind of
keep up.
eons.
Just gonna keep an eye on those.
Understood. You finish casting Detect Magic,
all in
and
a
there is a
big
magical
armada.
aura from the inside.
Is it abjuration?
For this, it would be. Hold on just a second. It's two small sources. One is faintly conjuration.
Faintly conjuration.
The other
Faintly conjuration.
is
No.
transmutation.
No.
Okay.
When was the last time we
pick the
leveled up?
lock? Should
I
we
was saying
dispel
during the
some magic?
Patreon hour
Why don't we
that I
go-
feel like we
Now
have
she
to
can-
come to
Wait,
a
does
level
your
up
sword
soon.
still?
I feel like it's been a
like
really long
dispel
time.
magic, or does that not? It doesn't.
Yeah, but I'm not.
Unless
I
it
don't-
just
I'm
happened
not,
and I forgot or missed it.
I have my other one right now.
It could have happened off screen.
Could switch them out.
There'd also be a good chance of destroying the box,
That was
though.
my neck
Yeah.
breaking
Yeah.
5
Um,
times.
How
Why
much did
don't-
you spend on this, Caduceus?
I don't remember.
Could you do it from a bit back?
Sure, yeah.
I think everybody should get
I
away
don't
from it
Maybe
while
open
Vet
it out.
does her thing.
Yes, here we go.
Okay. So we'll make a nice
How
wide
much did you pay
ring
for
around
this?
the
I
box.
Here we go.
Tusktooth, should
I
I
hope it
not
is
do this
glorious.
on
I hope
the
it's
ship?
something
I mean,
worth
is this
it.
okay?
I can't imagine
Captain,
the old lady
permission
would have
to
something
pick the lock.
dangerous and sell it to us.
Excellent.
But how would she know?
Permission granted.
Aye, aye.
Aye, aye, Captain.
With power.
Yeah.
I'll put it right at the front of the ship where the I guess
Like,
I
it
presume
could be
the
literally
lady
anything.
is at the front of the ship. Do we have one of those?
Yeah, we do.
Okay, cool.
There you go.
Right on top of her, and I'll cast Mage Hand, and I will pick the lock.
Go for it.
All right,
D4.
with a D4.
Do you get the advantage? Do we give you advantage on it?
No. Technically, I can re-roll that, but I'm not going to.
You have to.
do it, you
Halfling,
do.
You have to.
I don't have to.
It's the rule.
The rule is I can.
The rule is
Wow.
Come on.
Addicted to story.
Addicted to story.
What is this? Sleight of hand? Don't worry, I've got reliable talent.
But you still rolled a 1.
I did.
but it becomes a 10 because of a reliable talent.
I know. That's up to the DM to rule, but it's so it's. Do I also add the +4 or the
Yeah.
D4?
All right.
So it's 26 on a.
On a natural
26 on a natural
Don't
run.
worry, husband. I'll be right back.
What? Oh my
Well, because the rogue is going to eventually ability called reliable talent, where they technically can't roll lower than a 10 on a.
Although in campaign 1, I was just taking the ones when they
On a
came.
natural
don't
run,
know
it
why.
became a
Let your walk of
26.
shame.
Like this way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Well, given certain circumstances,
that was the best.
you got to let a
Best
got to let a 1 go.
gotta-
Reliable talent is when you're intending to succeed.
Yeah.
That's enough. Carefully, you watch the box kind of teeter, and almost with some of the wind that blows through
I
it, 'cause
think
the teeter off to the side
Sam
and fall
just
into
wanted
the
to-
water, and you're like, you catch it, bring it back.
I think
and
Sam just wanted to
ever
show
so
that he
carefully-
didn't need to worry about it.
And the
'Cause,
top lid kind of
I mean,
opens up
Sam is
slightly as the
chaotic,
lock
though.
itself opens and
That's
sticks out
not.
slightly.
Bring it over. What does it do?
I will bring it over, and I will present it to everyone.
All right. You look on the inside.
White gloves.
There are some
White
faint.
gloves.
I want to say it's like dirt or ash. That's kind of in the inside, almost like.
And
like
the old lady
element of
said
backing
it
what
could
was
be
inside.
ash.
But rolled up tightly, it looks like it's a piece of paper, some sort of like parchment.
Oh my
About a
God!
foot long.
Is it a parcel of land?
Someone was here already. I just
Someone
wanted to
ordered
know.
a sandwich.
It's an IOU
Yeah.
for what was in there.
Yeah.
Should I pick it up and
Yeah,
read
read
it?
it. Yeah,
Do
read
you
it.
want to read it? Because you bought it.
I'm bad at public reading. That's
Yeah, I thought it was like a deed or like
You got
a.
a Toastmasters.
What does it
thinking about
Right. There
It's
are
a deed
two scrolls
to a house
in
that
there
not
Okay.
that
or Veth
contain
is
two
gonna get.
different arcane spells.
Cool.
One of which is the second level spell Flaming Sphere. The second one of which is Telekinesis.
Single-use scrolls.
Single
Unless he puts them in his, if he puts them in his book, it's a lot of use scrolls, right?
Yeah.
Well, I know one of those, so
Which one do you know?
I have a flaming sphere in my repertoire.
Do you want a fire sphere?
Let's learn some telekinesis.
Sure, you take it.
I don't need a fire spear.
Only. Who can use that? Only Veth and I, or could the clerics use it?
Once you gain a level, then you can. There are some points where you can choose spells from other classes. You could take
But
that
I mean,
one.
I can use it as a single use.
Oh, as a single use, you
whenever.
could, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's what I
But
meant.
we couldn't use that as single use.
Yeah, can anybody?
Well, not. I mean, Veth should probably have it.
Gracious.
I mean, clerics who want to keep to healing and stuff. I mean, you can give it to pretty much everybody, but
Yeah,
telekinesis.
the flaming
So we
sphere.
acquired telekinesis.
Thank you.
That's not too
Spend it all in
bad.
one place.
I'll take it. I'll take some telekinesis any day.
Goodbye.
Those are tiny.
Goodbye.
No, I
Goodbye.
mean, what else are you gonna do with money?
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
What else could you do with money?
Learn.
If the spell's on your class's spell list, so not everybody.
Yeah, we couldn't cast it. I don't think you ever. No, I don't.
So technically, you could because it is something you could pull. I would allow it, given the fact that it is. While it's not on your initial list, because at certain points you can choose from any other class. I'll say since it's a one-use scroll, I'd allow you to use it.
Okay.
Since you are one who's also learning from Caleb as you go along.
Great.
All right. So Veth has a one use of the flaming sphere.
Good purchase.
Well, once we get back to civilization and I can buy some high-quality paper and ink, I will be able to use that spell.
All right. Put it in the book. You get a lot of uses.
So, we'll just continue here. Day one,
Day one.
day two. If there's anything you want to do during this trip as I progress through the days, jump in.
Weather looking.
First couple days, clear, open, blue skies, dotted bits of white cloud, but very
I mean, it's not extremely
minimal or
important.
isolated.
But if
Otherwise,
we
it's
opened the
perfect
chest
sailing
before we
weather.
set sail, we could have got the ink
nice and warm,
properly put it in the book.
the occasional ocean spray.
But I
giving
mean,
kind
hey,
of
we can't.
a cool
have it
balance to
all.
that. Yeah.
I'll make a pillow fort in the crow's nest.
I spend a lot of time carving little figures of the traveler.
Okay.
Lots
Cool.
of
So
little
many,
figures of the
so many
traveler.
little figurines of the traveler.
Is this
I'm
for a
really
travel
tired
con?
of making figurines of the traveler.
I think she's doing it to
enough.
give us like goodie
Day
bag
three
souvenirs from
comes
Traveler
with
Con or
a
something.
heavier
She's getting ready.
kind of marine layer fog that hangs over a good part of the day. Burns off slightly as the afternoon kicks in.
And we are
but
on the
still,
water,
The clouds
and
are a little
Ford
more there.
Is
I got
part of
Roger
this. I
Chester.
feel like, even though it's been very subtle
It's a
with
lot
him,
of figures.
this episode.
Yeah. I figure everybody should get one when they come to the con.
Boom.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. My mom, you know, whenever she hosts parties, everybody gets to go home with something.
Yeah, little souvenirs,
So I
little goodie
figured.
bags.
It would be nice.
You know, I still have them as this
they're
jeweler's
each-
kit. I think it has some like leftover
They
stuff.
each be unique too. That's cool.
just kind of like had the
'Cause
same.
each one
I don't
is
know, maybe
hand
we could make
carved,
like
so not-
a
no
few
two
that
should
are
be
like
the same.
necklaces
Exactly.
or like fancy ones for
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the high-ranking members.
Oh my gosh. We can use some of the leftover jewel dust and like sprinkle it on some of them, make them real sparkly.
Yeah, that's dope.
That's really awesome.
That is dope.
That's such a
But
good
that could
idea.
get
I'd
costly,
sit down and I'd
right?
help Jester
I
make
mean,
some
gem
fancy
dust
ones
ain't cheap,
and put some on
but I guess it would
chains.
look cool. We'll bedazzle
So
it.
day 3,
We're trying to put on a
you're
good
helping
event.
Jester with craft.
It's worth
Fair
it for the
Best
event.
part
We're
of D&D was
crafted.
the absence of glitter in that world, and you've now ruined that.
Oh yeah, it's like the gem dust. You can't get it off. It will always be.
everywhere.
God
Yeah.
damn it.
It's like something got in my eye, and now I like looks like a kaleidoscope
Yeah.
everywhere I look.
About 10 years down the road, you're just going to have this terrible, terrible growth. And,
Yeah.
From all the kaleidoscope eye.
yeah. So we
talked about kaleidoscopes recently.
So
How
if there's
funny
anything
is
you want
that?
to accomplish, any conversations you want to have, any check-ins, anything.
Calliope.
You guys are our captive
Kaleidoscope.
audience here on this boat as you're watching the Armada. If there's anything you want to keep an eye out for, if there's anything you want to discuss, day 4 comes around.
I make sure Sprinkle's doing good.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I forgot.
Yeah.
Sprinkle.
Sprinkle didn't have a good time on the ocean before, so I'm just checking every once in a while, make sure. Make sure Sprinkle's okay.
Bury me at sea.
Keeping an
Viking
eye out.
death.
Sprinkle is much happier since having the bath that was last given. Very unhappy being so clean at the time because there was an element of natural oils and stuff that keep to it, but seems to be having a better time on the sea this time than the previous journey, wide and large. 4th day, cloud cover takes the entire day. The marine layer brings with it some actual clouds.
We're almost
Nothing
halfway.
rainworthy, but at least
In the
blue
episode
skies for
and
this day
in
have faded.
The trip.
Yeah.
Can you still like sense
So it
the
definitely
weather and
is
shit?
a one-way trip, 9 to 11
mean,
days.
I never
'Cause
really
we
could
would've already been there if it
sense
was-
the weather. I think I would just
other.
kind of. I feel like the rain and lightning would sometimes find me, but I don't,
Is this your fault? Did you do this?
I don't think so. But it's very possible.
Yeah.
Last time we were
That's
on
very
this
possible.
boat, you fought an invisible, like, storm monster, and we all just kind of watched. It was real crazy.
Yeah, that
I
was a
don't-
little crazy.
I still don't know if we
nuts.
really
A little bit.
have gotten that full side of the story. What? Do you know what that was?
Yeah. I mean,
Kinda. I mean, I have an idea of what it was,
like a
why
lightning-
it was. I don't
it was
know.
a lightning beast.
Oh, that was all. It's a lightning beast. Come on, guys.
But I think it was
Very, very frightening.
it was very frightening. But I think it was sort of a lesson for me from.
Everyone's like doing their like. Laura
you
is
think-
drawing all sorts of things with her lollipop.
Gonna teach you any more lessons?
Ford is up
this
there
like an
staring at
ongoing
something
course,
for a while.
or
I'm
do
watching
you
his
think
eyes.
now
He is
that you're
very into whatever he's
free
holding. And I
from
think it's just
Oban
dice. He's listening. But everyone's
kinda
like
broke
very
away.
Yeah, are you talking to
focused
me
on
more and
things.
stuff now?
I mean, not really. I guess I should. I feel like you were so close with talking with the traveler, but I don't know if I want to be that close.
Well,
But,
now
I
we know
mean-
why I am so close,
Yeah.
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 How are you feeling about that?
That's a good question.
Can I be honest?
Yeah. We're
don't-
just crafting. It's the perfect time to be honest.
That's true. Yasha, do you want to craft?
No better time, to be honest, than
necklaces.
craft time.
Yeah, okay.
Come and sit
figurines.
down, sit down.
Sit down, Yasha. Have a seat. Craft with us. Make some
Just smush the
travelers.
clay.
I don't know how I feel about it. You know, like at first, I guess I felt a little betrayed.
I was gonna say
That's the
betrayed
right
is how
word.
I'd feel,
You
but
know?
then I'd kind of be like, all right, I
I
kind of
spent
get
a
it.
long
Maybe.
time thinking he was a god, and he never told me otherwise. I
Yeah.
mean, but at the end of the day, he's been one of my best friends.
That's
He got me
like
through a
kind of
lot
like
of
an
really
Essek kind of
terrible
thing, but
times, and,
long term. This one.
If this is what he needs now, then I'll help him.
I think that's how I'd feel too, though. I think I'd feel betrayed and like, what the
I
frig?
feel like I would have.
But
a
then
very
I'd be
different
like, kind of
reaction.
like Essek.
Yeah,
You guys
same.
saw when I found out Essek, I'm like, kill this
We're very
bastard.
protective of you.
I get very emotional
Yeah.
And
with,
defensive.
with people that betray.
You know, so
But then in this case, I mean, the Traveler is a,
if we ever
little, is
come
a lot
across as
different
assholes,
in many ways.
it's only out of love.
Oh, I know that. Hey, you know, I mean, and I know you think he might be a little strange. I see the way you talk to him, but he, you know, he gives me really good powers, you know? It's not like I'm just like worshiping this guy and he's just like, yeah. He's like, okay, yeah, here's a whole bunch of really cool spells.
So he.
I mean, but is that like
so what you were
bribery
saying,
or something?
I feel like a lot of that power is.
And
in
yeah, what if it's
you.
not the Traveler? I thought the same thing.
How much of that is he actually giving
We've never
you? I mean, don't you
confirmed
already
that
just
he's
have it?
doing all that.
I don't know how that works. I don't remember.
I think she just kind of has it, or maybe he magnified it a little. But even if
I
he
don't
did,
remember
it's almost
being
like
able to do anything fun like that before I
bribery.
met
Like,
him.
I'll give you these
But
fancy
to
powers.
be honest, I never
be
really
my buddy.
tried.
I mean,
Yeah, maybe he just showed you the path.
yeah, he could have helped. He could have
But
guided
isn't
her.
that enough? If he woke it up in me, then
I mean, it's still weird
think
and
it's
creepy. I'm fine with it at this
nice
point.
to
I'm fine with
acknowledge
it,
it,
but it is weird and creepy.
But you know, give yourself some credit too.
Yeah, don't just
for the
assume.
accomplishments that you've made completely on your own.
Agreed. Don't just
tried to
assume.
design some really good
you
clothes.
aren't
Well,
also
that wasn't on my own. That
to
was with
begin with.
Caduceus. He is really stylish.
Yeah. Thank you for my suit. That was great.
Yeah, that suit was pretty cool. Thank you for the dress. I really liked it. The slit was very high.
I gotta see the
but,
fan art. If you
You
guys
have
are seeing
really good
this,
legs, Yasa. I just wanted to show them
Tealbert, I
off.
heard
Well,
that
I
you
mean,
may have
it's-
fan art of these
it helps
costumes.
with,
If you're
moving
watching
around,
this,
you know?
Yeah. Plus,
send
I mean,
it my way.
In my defense, I kind
And
of
we will
underestimated
post
your
it.
height, so I was thinking the slit would be a little lower.
We'll use it for the live stream coming up this Friday. If you,
Yeah,
if you
because
got
it did
it.
go all the way up here.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's a good thing you don't wear underwear.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah.
Yasha goes, yeah, it is canon. She's Commando.
No. No.
Can you imagine
I
if
took a
we
little
just
bite of
started
play.
a war before we even got to the
Oh, that's not.
peace
It's
meeting?
not probably not very tasty.
Yeah, but I heard sometimes this tastes like a little salty.
Yeah, what's it taste like? Is it good?
Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's a little salty, you know.
It's like mud.
Did you ever try it?
I tried.
I tried it. I tried it.
Yasha eats weird stuff.
No.
It is the
Tastes
sea.
like,
Most things are salty.
I do feel like I was like we've been on the ocean, so like my electrolytes are a little depleted. That's kind of nice.
Yeah,
I don't like it. I don't like it.
You can spit it out. This will be a very special one. Whoever gets this one.
What about you, Yasha?
Delicious.
What about me?
Deflection, deflection, deflection.
I don't like talking about myself very much, but
No, but really, okay, so before we left, Caleb mentioned a thing, like he made a joke of it, of you in the pit. But it's not really a joke, is it?
I mean, I thought
I like this. We're having like a
Maybe I
little
would
craft making
feel better
chit-chat.
after that, but it didn't.
We got to get
It
Beth in
didn't
there.
really help.
All the ladies are
Like,
there
I
except
think
Beth.
it was only satisfying for a very brief moment. And I guess maybe I thought that maybe I should. I don't know, that's a little dark, but
You should what?
I think because I'm I don't know. I guess I thought maybe I should just die for every person that I've killed or something.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe I should just die.
But that's obviously not gonna help anything.
It won't, because think of all the good you're going to be
I
able
hear
to
the
do now.
waves crashing.
If you died, it would just end with the bad.
Yeah. Well, you guys are very wonderful and have made me feel a lot better about the choices that I've made and some of the choices that I have not made. But
Must be a weird experience. 'Cause a lot of people, kind of like the issue with Essek, he consciously made a lot of those choices.
Yeah.
Then that's not you. There is a big difference.
yeah. I think so. But still, it's a hard thing to try to forgive yourself for.
No, she's 100% right. I get it.
I hurt you pretty bad. That makes me feel very, very terrible.
Oh, that. Don't worry about it.
Plus, her scars look pretty cool.
Yeah, it's just like, it just adds to my aesthetic. It's great. It makes me a little bit more interesting of a person.
I mean,
I
you're
agree.
already very, very interesting.
Very interesting.
You're both
person.
very interesting. Like, you know?
What do you think will help make you feel better? Do you know?
I don't know yet. I mean, I think just being around you guys has been a help in itself.
I think Yasha just needs to be around
But I
friends
guess
and
I'll find
guidance
that
until
out.
she figures it out for herself. Because she is. I mean,
I've seen
listen
so
to what she
many
just
things
said.
that I
Dark
never
thoughts.
thought I would see. You know?
Like the ocean.
Yeah.
I've really missed it. I'm not gonna lie. I really like being on the boat.
I'm not a
Maybe
boat
when
dude.
everything's done, you can be a pirate for real.
I don't mind being
Or,
away
you know,
for
an
9 to
actual
11 days.
ship
I
captain.
just don't like being.
But like
On
a
water
spy
where you
pirate,
can't see
how
land.
awesome is that?
I don't ever go out far enough.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Maybe
Selena
like
work with
once or
the
twice in my life I could think of
Cobalt
there was a point
Reserve,
where I was
but-
on a boat too far
On
from
the
land.
Be like a
And I
an
freaked out.
international
Well, I didn't
waters
freak out, but I
branch.
wasn't comfortable.
Pretty cool.
I ain't about boats. Sorry.
I think this one's gonna be mine.
Oh,
Dazzled.
that's like really big, Bo.
I deliberately made it huge.
You're gonna be almost the highest priestess. outside
Oh,
of
is
me.
it like based on? Oh,
I mean, I'm not gonna have. Mine's just gonna be real
Based
sparkly.
on size.
I'm working on it.
because I don't want to like inflate my position if
no,
like
no.
the bigger
You guys-
means like.
We're all gonna be super high priests and priestesses.
This is such a becoming such
We
a
are all
performance.
the top tier.
fun.
We're top tier.
I'm not exactly sure what we're
I
doing
mean, we should
yet,
be,
but
honestly. We're
it'll
helping
present
organize and
itself
run
on
the
the
thing
day,
and
yeah.
keep this guy secret.
Wait,
We
not
are the highest level. We're all
Veth!
the kings and queens.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
it's habit.
Yep. No, that's fair. It'll take me a while too.
Do you know how to swim?
No.
Oh, we need to fix that.
Nope.
Not a fan.
No, we don't need to.
Yep, I'm good. I don't
gave
want to be
her,
by
like
water.
one lesson once.
I've had
and
people tell me
she,
that.
Like,
You got to go
never
on a
came
boat.
back to
You'll
do it
you'll
again.
learn to love it.
Maybe you'll
At
do
my
better.
age, I love
you know
enough
how to swim?
things. At a point,
Yeah.
there's only so much you
Where
can
did
do.
you learn?
yeah, how
I'm
do you
sure,
know how to
honestly,
swim?
if I did keep doing it, I would learn to
You
love it.
know,
I don't doubt that. There
some
are some things
Bodies
that
of
we'll
water.
work with, but I already love so
there,
many
you
things.
know,
I
you would
can't
have
do the
to
things I
bathe
love.
and things like
so
that,
I'm
and,
good. I don't need to go on boats.
You know, I'm not super deep or anything like that, but I know how to float. I know how to get from one side to the other. And I could teach you.
You know different strokes.
Different strokes for different
For
folks.
different folks, yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't be a bad thing to learn for survival, maybe. That's about all I can think.
I mean, when would I need to know that, though? I mean,
get
why would
thrown
I need to know
What
that?
if,
into the
what
water.
if, what if we get in a big pirate battle
It could be a
and
thing
our
right
ship
now
sinks
because
and
we
then
are
we're
on a
like in
boat,
the
so
ocean?
it could be. Honestly, that
What if
is.
your ring falls off? What if your
good
hand explodes
reason.
off?
Ah!
happen.
People are like, what happens if
I
you
almost
like
lost both my hands.
one day you need to swim? Like I know how to swim. I just hate being in large bodies of water.
Well,
I could
guess
swim if I
we
need to.
dock somewhere.
But I don't ever plan on being
You could
in a
teach-
position
you could
where I'd be
teach
stuck
me
or
a
trapped in a
lesson.
large body of water.
Okay.
I don't ever
mind-
fly.
I guess I wouldn't
I don't
mind
ever go
learning.
on a boat.
Yeah, I think it would be
And I
really good for you to
very
know how
rarely
to
even
swim,
travel.
just in case.
Ford, would you?
I'll
Ford,
take the
I'm
risk
sorry,
that I
Captain.
never drown.
Captain Dusttooth.
Yes?
Powder Monkey Veth here.
Powder Monkey Beth here.
If I were to do a swimming lesson, would you control the water around me and sort of make it so that I can't drown?
Absolutely not. It's sink or swim. But what I would do was allow you to breathe underwater just in case things weren't
Okay.
going your way.
No.
What do you mean, no?
How are you going to learn?
Honestly,
if you
part of the
have,
experience is
help. You have to learn how to do
you
it
need
yourself.
to learn how to
But at
not
least,
panic
you
and
know,
how to breathe underwater
it will teach her how
without.
to move in the water.
I mean,
Fair
maybe that's a good
difference
way to
between,
start.
well, I mean,
It might be a
at
good
port
way
is
to
not so
start.
bad,
Breathe
actually.
underwater, learn the
are we
motions
throwing her
and
out on
stuff.
a rope behind the ship?
No!
I feel like
While we're moving? Is that what you
the
wanna do?
experience
I
though
told
is
you.
half the
I
learning.
know.
I was just coming by. Did someone say they needed rope? I've got so much rope. Are we doing something?
No, we're not doing that.
Oh, I'm gonna go back to playing with the wheel.
I actually agree with you.
Oh, wait, Caduceus.
All right, rope.
I'm gonna help you make some tea.
Okay.
Caleb! Were you napping?
No, I'm standing 3 feet away from you.
Do you want some tea?
Of course, I want some tea, thank you.
I'm gonna go help Caduceus make tea.
All right, everybody, that is it for the Mighty Nine time of episode 98. We will finish the rest in the live stream. So we have 2 hours and 35 minutes left. Hearty helping of live stream. I love anything around 2 to 3 hours. I feel like that is the sweet spot. We've had some that were an hour and 20 minutes or less, and some, like yesterday, that were almost 5 hours. We jumped fairly quickly into the episode, and we did 4 hours, give or take, of episode 97, and then did 30 minutes of this one. There had to been like 4.5 hours just of content alone. But either way, it went by quickly and we enjoyed ourselves. We had some radiator breaks and some drinks, and I think I chugged a protein shake. But as we just saw there, we're just learning the crew. We're having some fun. We're going through the days. So my answer was answered. My question was answered that it is one way, 9 to 11 days one way. We are barely halfway one way, which means as long as nothing presents a problem for more than like a week, we should be fine for TravelerCon. I love that Jester's already making little knickknacks. We're having craft time. We all sat down and had a moment asking Yasha how she feels about situations. I like that we got to the bottom of how Jester's feeling about the Traveler, because TravelerCon's coming. We're helping this dude, and we really haven't asked her how her feelings have been over the whole thing. We all find out that the Traveler isn't who we thought he was this entire time, and we kind of just got over it fairly quickly and agreed to help with this whole giant convention. So Jester is expressing how I don't really know how I feel, but I do feel betrayed, but it's my friend and I've known him since I was a child. And I don't think anything sinister or weird per se was going on, even though she was very young and it's a very odd and interesting situation. I don't think any ill will was intended. I think it was all just trickstery mischiefness, and that's why Jester is the way she is. I still think she is very much responsible for why she is the way she is power-wise. Maybe he guided her or helped and stuff like that, but I think a character or a person like her would have figured it out on their own one way or another. And you could say that he was drawn to her because of who she is, and she helps him way more than he helps her. Maybe even as a child. I'm going to go edit this up. I'm going to jump into the live stream on Friday. You guys want to see more of what I do? In the description of every video is the link for Patreon. You'll see the Patreon hour exclusive for every episode of Campaign 2. We're doing the live stream on Friday. Starts at 5:45. We had the highest numbers consistently that we have ever had in the last episode. I don't know if that's because it was that much of a banger of an episode, but we had 30 to 40 people in the chat for 4 to 5 hours straight, which was awesome. So come join us over there. You can talk about whatever. We chit chat about things, but we try to stay focused, or at least you guys try to keep me focused. But in the description, link for Patreon hour exclusive, Peaky Blinders, Doctor Who, Purse of Interest, The New Fiona and Cake, Rick and Morty season 7 just ended. We're on to Percy Jackson, True Detective season 4, hundreds of other shows, possibly Yellowstone very soon. In the description, full unedited everything. If not, comments down below, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.